Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has urged Nigerians to put trust in God as he is ready to take the nation out of its current hardship to the promised land. Osinbajo made the remark during an interdenominational church service to mark Nigeria's 59th independence anniversary in Abuja. He said God has promised Nigerians a peaceful and prosperous nation where justice, equity, and fairness shall prevail, and also called on citizens to be optimistic in their outlook. The presidency has denied claims that the absence of the country's First Lady Aisha Buhari in the country for about 2 months was due to infighting in the presidential villa. You will also recall that Aisha has not returned to the country since the completion of the Hajj, and this has fueled speculations that she deliberately left the country in protest against certain issues. There has also been speculation that the First Lady's absence is because she has been unable to take charge of things within the villa lately. The First Lady's spokesman, Suleiman Haruna, however, debunked these speculations while speaking to newsmen on the First Lady's absence from the country. Haruna noted that the First Lady has the freedom to travel to wherever she wanted and added that her absence was not an act of protestation. The federal government will arraign the convener of the #RevolutionNow protest, Omoyele Sowore, today, Monday, the 30th of September 2019, before the Federal High Court in Abuja. Sowore, who has been under the detention of the Department of State Services DSS since August 3rd and still remains in their custody even after a court order granted him bail days ago, will be arraigned on 7 counts of treasonable felony, money laundering, and cyber crimes, which was instituted against him by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation. Lawyer to the detained activist, Omoyele Sowore, and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has rubbished reports that there was a plan by the Department of State Services to report a federal High Court judge to the National Judicial Council for granting Sowore bail. Falana, in a statement, said the report on the Secret Service petitioning the NJC against the judge who granted bail to Sowore, Justice Taiwo, is false. The senior advocate also described the report as a desperate bid to divert public attention for the contemptuous conduct of the SSS and the federal government, who have horridly pressurized the Federal High Court to assign the case for Sowore's arraignment. He further urged the public to disregard the dubious report, just as he assured that Justice Taiwo has not been accused of any act of judicial misconduct in ordering the conditional release of Sowore from unlawful custody. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Bar Association has described the Department of State Security as a notorious agency that enjoys treating judicial process with disdain when it comes to obeying orders of court and enforcing the fundamental rights of Nigerians. The NBA's position was made known in a statement by its National Publicity Secretary Kunle Edun, who was referring to an alleged disobedience of the order of the Federal High Court directing the release on bail of Omoyele Sowore by the DSS. The NBA said since the DSS found it convenient to approach the Federal High Court in ensuring the detention of Omoyele Sowore for more than 50 days, it was not acceptable that the agency has since comfortably refused to comply with the order of the same court directing the release of Sowore. The body of lawyers condemned the continued detention of Sowore by the DSS, saying it amounts to violation of his constitutional rights to personal liberty and that no one person should be deprived of his liberty without a valid court order as provided for in Section 35 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In the same vein, about 50 civil society organizations, CSOs including Amnesty International, Media Rights Agenda, All Workers Convergence, and Africa Movement for Freedom and Justice, amongst others, have called on the United Nations and African Union to intervene in the federal government's case against Sowore. The Nigerian State Security Service SSS has arrested a journalist, author, and human rights activist Chido Onuma. The journalist and author of the book We Are All Biafrans, who has through his writings and civic whistleblowers network called for good governance and anti-corruption in Nigeria, was arrested at the Abuja airport yesterday evening when he returned to Nigeria from Spain, where he recently bagged a doctorate in communication studies. An associate of his who was with him at the time of his arrest said Onoma was waiting for his luggage at the airport when SSS officials accosted him and took him to the SSS headquarters in Abuja. The SSS is, however, yet to give its reasons for the arrest, as all efforts to reach its spokesperson, Peter Afunanya, has proved abortive. The Nigerian police force has set up a task force to enforce a ban on illegal mounting of roadblock on federal highways. The Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 6 made the announcement in a statement signed by the spokesman of the zone, Nelson Okpabi. The statement said the roadblocks are often used to perpetrate criminal activities through the collection of multiple taxes from users of the road, especially members of the Amalgamated Union of Foodstuff and Cattle Dealers of Nigeria. The AIG, in a statement, ordered the immediate stoppage of the act, threatening to arrest and persecute any defaulter. The task force is to operate within Akwa Ibom, Cross Rivers, Ebonyi, and Rivers State. The Rivers State Labour Movement has frowned at the difficulties encountered by pensioners before receiving their pension. The state chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Beatrice Otubo, particularly expressed displeasure over the rigorous process of biometric verification which pensioners go through before receiving their pension. Otubo, who spoke in an interview with our correspondent, wondered why the same computerized process through which the government knew when a worker retires cannot save the pensioners from another round of verification.
Anybody who works in a parastatal or in a ministry, in government departments, of course, they should have their data. And if you have their data, what tells them that the person is due retirement? Well, that who cannot tell you what the person needs. You know, sometimes they really want these workers to go through unnecessary rigors before they can get this thing. So otherwise, there should be a one-stop desk whereby when you go there, every of your information is available. After we are talking of computerized system, the computer tells you that I am due retirement. That same month they will stop your salary, but the computer cannot tell whether I'm owing the system or there's something that I don't have, and for them to process and get these things done easily. So we are still saying that the system is faulty, but they should do something, and quick too, to remedy this situation, because people are really undergoing serious sufferings. If you see the lamentations out there, of course you know that people are really suffering, and so something needs to be done.
Petroleum marketers have frowned at the delay in the completion of the turnaround maintenance at the Port Harcourt refinery. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria wondered why the process has been delayed, even after the last group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mekantu Iboru, promised that the repairs in the facility would not last more than 6 months. The chairman of the Port Harcourt unit of IPMAN, Emmanuel Iningba, wants the new management of the NNPC to intensify efforts in completing the repairs as soon as possible. Iningba called for help in the downstream sector of oil industry, stressing that a country like Nigeria should not be experiencing scarcity of petroleum products.
Key is the refinery. That's what we're looking at. Because I remember from the last dispensation of the former GMD, Makati Barrow, when he came, we met to discuss, he said under 6 months, the old refinery is going to work. And we had expected that up till now, no. But I believe with this new coming of the new GMD and also the new Minister of Petroleum of State, is also welcome that they will also look at it. The downstream especially, we need help. Nigeria as an oil-producing nation does not need to have scarcity. Yes, we export unfinished product, which is diesel. We also help to see, because I believe Mr. President also was one of those who built refineries way back. And coming back now as a president, this is no longer about turnaround maintenance. It's about overhauling. We want to see the refineries work optimally, 100%, where things will work. And certainly, we can also export finished products.
It will interest you to know that despite multi-billion naira expenditure on rehabilitation or turnaround maintenance of the country's 4 refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna since 1999, they have never worked to optimum capacity. The group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Mele Kyari, has, however, announced that the full rehabilitation of the 4 refineries will commence in January next year. Kyari, who made the announcement while unfolding the schedule for the refineries during a tour of the Port Harcourt Refining and Petrochemical Company, PHRC, said the corporation is determined to ensure the refineries achieve optimum refining capacity by 2022. Protesting women of the host communities who shut down OML 25 have vacated the platform for operations to begin. The women who had been protesting in the last 2 years vacated the platform after the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timipre Silva, the GMD of NNPC, Mele Kyari, the Managing Director of Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC, Osage Okumbo, and the founder of Belema Oil appealed to them on the platform. Speaking after a meeting with women, the Minister of State for Petroleum Human Resources, Timipre Silva, expressed happiness that they are in the state to celebrate the return of peace to the OML 25 and the host communities, adding that the successful resolution of the OML 25 conflict is a right starting point to change the narrative in the Niger Delta.
I have told members of this community that I have met that we need unity in Ijaw land today. We have fought to this point, and the federal government at least has started looking our way. It is time for us to change strategy and to ensure that we begin to bring the benefits of investments to our community. If we don't make our communities peaceful, investments cannot come. The investors are ready to come here, and without the investors, there will be no jobs for our youth. The investors are ready to come here, but unfortunately, in some cases, there is no peace. It is our responsibility now to bring peace to our communities so that these investors can come and create the jobs.
On his part, the Group Managing Director of NNPC, Mele Kyari, who said the process of the re-entry for the commencement of operations is underway, disclosed that Nigeria was losing revenues from the shutdown of the flow station, which produces over 30,000 barrels of crude oil per day.
Yes, first and foremost, there was absolute breakdown of law and order in this community as a result of which we have a shutdown of the Belema flow station for over 2 years, leading to loss of over 35,000 barrels of oil per day and the peace of the community. And in monetary terms, that is worth about $1.7 billion, which could have been used to both the benefit of the community and the rest of the population. What we have done is to engage the community and its leadership to make sure that this dispute between them and Shell is brought to a closure, as a result of which there will be more community engagement, and therefore they have agreed to vacate the facility and allow petroleum operations to continue in this facility. Our immediate priority is peace for the community, not oil production. But we know that ultimately when peace comes, oil production will come back, and we can see the return of about 35,000 barrels of oil production per day.
You're listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. After the break, we'll be back with more stories. Stay with us.
Every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back, and you're still listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. It's 13 minutes after 7. One Patricia Oyaikena has been rescued from kidnappers in Omogwa community in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State. Our correspondent reports that a successful rescue operation was made possible by men of the Inspector General of Police Monitoring Unit in Alo community, led by Chief Superintendent of Police Alex Udeze. The detectives at the IGP monitoring unit were reported to have stormed the forest at Omagwa, where they shot sporadically, forcing the kidnappers to abandon their victim and escape. The rescued victim has been taken to the hospital for medical attention. Few months after warring cult groups in Iba community in Emoha local government area of River State denounced cultism, the community has been rededicated to God. This follows the intervention by religious leaders in the state who visited the community to carry out what they called land cleansing. Our correspondent who witnessed the event reports that yoke breaking and spiritual deliverance of the land were part of the program presided over by Apostle Chinasa Wosu. The clergy was accompanied to Iba Rumuji Bridge, farm roads, shrines, market squares, and other areas by traditional rulers, ohas, and elderly women, where human sacrifices and diabolic rituals were allegedly carried out in the course of the decade-long community crisis. Some elders and youths who recently denounced cultism were also seen submitting various rot charms and amulets. Iba community, it will be recalled, was once worse hit in terms of cult-related activities, leading to the killing of several people and destruction of properties, which led to many fleeing the community. Calm has returned to Iba, however, following the recent denouncement of cultism by various cult groups in the locality. And now to the foreign scene. Thousands of people yesterday queued in Paris to pay their last respect and bid final farewell to France's former president, Jacques Chirac, who passed on Thursday at the age of 86. ahead of a national day of mourning today, Monday, and a memorial service expected to be attended by dozens of world leaders. Massive queues curled around the Invalids complex yesterday to pay homage to the late leader's coffin. The death of the former France president, who is fondly remembered as a charismatic giant of domestic and international politics despite a mixed legacy, has prompted a flood of tributes from various quarters. A collection of supercars confiscated by Swiss authorities as part of an investigation on the son of Equatorial Guinea's president, Teodoro Nguema Obiang Mungwe, have been put up for auction in Switzerland. 25 cars belonging to Nguema was going under the Hammer at the golf club near Geneva. The cars, which include Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, and Rolls-Royce, have attracted interest from collectors across the world, especially Europe, and are expected to fetch about $8.5 million in total. The proceeds of the sales will be subsequently donated to a charity in Equatorial Guinea where poverty is rife. 51-year-old Obiang, who is seen as the heir apparent to his father, Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo, who has been president since 1979, served as an advisor to his father and Minister for Agriculture before being appointed vice president in 2012. He has drawn criticism for his extravagant spending habits and playboy lifestyle in international media reports, such as a 2004 article in the New York Times that described him as a rap music entrepreneur and bon vivant, fond of Lamborghinis and long trips to Hollywood and Rio de Janeiro. In 2017, a French court handed Obiang a 3-year suspended jail term for corruption. Swiss prosecutors were also investigating him for money laundering and misuse of public funds, but dropped the case in February this year. And now to sports. The mother of former Nigerian coach and player Samson Siasia has been released after being kidnapped by gunmen for over 2 months. The release of 76-year-old Ogere Siasia comes 2 months after she was abducted in her country home in Odoni community, Sagbama local government area of Bayelsa State. A relative of the family, Pinowo Siasia, who confirmed her release yesterday, said she has been taken to hospital for medical checks. It is not clear if a ransom was paid for her release. This is, however, not the first time she's going through such an ordeal, as she was earlier abducted in 2015 and held for 13 days before a ransom was paid. Now, to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has urged Nigerians to trust God for a better nation as Nigeria marks the 59th independence anniversary. Federal government is set to arraign the convener of Revolution Now protests, Omoyele Sowore, before the Federal High Court in Abuja today. You also heard that the Rivers State Labour Movement has lamented over difficulties encountered by pensioners in receiving their pension. And on the foreign scene, we told you that thousands have bade their final farewell to France's former president, Jacques Chirac, who passed on Thursday. And that was the news. Is edited by Emmanuel Okoro. For comments and inquiries, please call 081-5341-8657 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories at www.todayfmlive.com. I am Annie Abdusalam. Thank you for listening. So have a beautiful Monday morning.
Today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues, today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Result Investment Nigeria Limited. Result Investment Nigeria Limited is a finance firm that offers services related to the capital market. Result Investment Nigeria Limited do business with 2 categories of clients. We have the trader and we have the investor. In Result Investment Nigeria Limited has been delivering 10% profit monthly for every client who has invested with his or her money on the trading floor of the capital market for the past 3 years in Port Harcourt. With a minimum capital of 300,000 naira and a maximum capital of 100 million naira, you can comfortably earn your 10% monthly of your capital with us. For more enquiries, contact Result Investment Nigeria Limited at number 10 NTO Road, Rumukuta Checkpoint Junction, Port Harcourt, or call us right now on 090-3652-7708, 090-3652-7708, or visit our website at www.resultinvestmentnigerialimited.com. Result Investment Nigeria Limited. Choose Result Investment. Choose financial freedom.
Guess what? Did you know you can own a home in the heart of GRA with just 8 million naira only in Port Harcourt City? Sunville Developers is now selling the court in GRA for just 8 million naira only. I repeat, 8 million naira only with facilities such as stealth security, 24 hours power supply, laundromat, gym house, and lots more. Visit us today on the second floor, Deborah Lawson House, beside Chicken Republic, Abacha Road, GRA Port Harcourt, or visit www.sunvillegroup.com. Call us on 0908 630 0002. That is 0908 630 0002. Call us on 0908 630 0002. What are you still waiting for? Limited houses available. At Sunville Developers, we create real value in property and places.
Have with me here in the studio a young lady, Okemute, right?
Yes.
All right, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
So you're representing
Chillers Global Services Limited.
All right, tell us about Chillers Global Services Limited.
Yeah, good morning, Port Harcourt. My name is Okemute from Chillers Global Services Limited. We are the owners of Royal Velvet Layout. Yeah, our company is out to give out 100 plus to the first 100 customers at the rate of 570,000 naira. Then after the first 100 people, we now change our price. And our land is located at Omagwa Junction, very close to Port Harcourt International Airport, also close to Salvation Ministry, Salvation University site. And like I said, our company is giving out 100 plus to first 100 customers at the rate of 570,000 naira. Our outright payment is 570,000 naira. But if you cannot pay outrightly, our installment payment is 650,000 naira with your initial deposit of 100,000 naira. Where the site is located is at Omagwa Junction, Omwekitu community, close to Salvation Ministry University site. And our office address is number 3 George Close, Romoke, off Ada George. You can stop at Ocutin Junction behind the Mountain of Fire Church. That is where our office is located. And for our site inspection, you can come to our office every Wednesdays and Saturdays by 10 a.m. Our company, Royal Velvet Layout, is out to service you. We are out there to give you the best service you can ever think about. And Royal Service is out to also give you peace of mind. We follow all due process. Like I said, where it is located is at Port Harcourt International Airport, Omagwa Junction. You can pass, that's Omagwa Junction at Omwekitu Agwo community area. And like I said, our price is, a plot of land is 570,000 naira for the first 100 customers that will come to pay. Then after that, we are going to increase our price. But if you cannot pay outrightly, we have installment payment. And our installment payment is 650,000 naira. You make your initial deposit of 100,000 naira. On behalf of Royal Velvet Layouts, like I said before, and I will keep on saying it, we are giving out first 100 plus to the first 100 customers at the rate of 570,000 naira. Our office lines, in case you want to call us, is 081 036 684 71. 081 036 684 71. 081 036 684 71. Our second number is 090 664 03179. 090 664 03179. 090 664 03179. Our office address is located at number 3 George Close, Oroke, off Ada George. You stop at Ocuti Junction. It's just behind the Mountain of Fire Church. Yes, some people have been hearing news about how people dupe customers coming to buy land. But I want to assure you that Royal Velvet Layout is out to give you the best services. And we follow all due process. After you have finished making your payment, we'll give you your allocation together with your land document. So hurry to our office at number 3 George Close, Room OK, off Ada George. You stop at Okiti Junction. It's just behind the Mountain of Fire Church. Royal Velvet Layout is out to give you the best quality services that you can ever think about, and I know that you will like it when you come to our office. So hurry to our office at number 3 George Close, Room OK, off Ada George. You stop at Okiti Junction behind the Mountain of Fire Church, and our office lines are 081 036 684 71, 081 036 684 71. I'll call it again because this number is always busy. 081 036 684 71. In case you call this number and it's busy, we have our second number 090 664 031 79, 090 664 031 79, 090 664 031 79. Royal Velvet Layout is out to give you the best quality you can ever think about. So hurry to our office at number 3 George Close, close to George Close, Road OK, off Ada George. You stop at Okiti Junction. It's behind the Mountain of Fire Church. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you so much for coming through.
RJ. Are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
All right, I have some guests with me here. I'll just allow them introduce themselves real quickly. Good to have you here. What's your name?
I'm Mr. Leonard Awa.
And?
I am Samuel Edwards.
And you represent?
We represent G5 Global Resources Limited.
So tell me about G5 Global Resources Limited.
Yeah, G5 Global Resources Limited is a company that is established to train, develop, and empower individuals to have a better life. We are having a live business seminar by 11 a.m. tomorrow, and we will be talking about how to start a business with little or no capital, how to become a successful entrepreneur business expert, how to become an online and internet business expert, how to design a website with your business without hiring a professional. We will train you on a 3-step process you can start using to rapidly build an email list for your landing page, monetize it, and start generating income. Learn how to trade in the biggest financial market, which trade $5.3 trillion per day. That is what we'll be talking about. It's a very powerful business seminar.
So can you talk more on how to start a business with little or no capital?
Yes. Everybody have the ability to create a business with little or no capital and also create wealth for himself. Like David Bali will tell you that for you to be wealthy, you have to be sleeping while you are making money. There are different ways we use. There are different, like we said, there are 3 steps and processes we are going to train you on how you can start a business without capital. That is what the business seminar is all about. We are going to tell you how everybody can develop a website. How you can develop a website. You don't need a professional. You don't need to hire anybody to develop a website. You can only come and we'll train you on the different web page builder tools. Things that is so simple. Technology has made it so simple for everybody to come up with his own website, and how you can draw traffic to your business and be making times 10 of the profit which you are making. There are so many more which we are going to train you about, like importation business. You can start importing things as low as 10,000 naira and make a profit of more than 30,000 naira. As simple as ABC.
Okay. So what other things will the trainings avail people to, apart from importation and other things? What else do you think is available in this training?
Well, in this training, we'll be talking about Forex.
All right.
And you may be asked, what is Forex? Forex is simply foreign exchange. You know, when you have dollar, you cannot spend it in Nigeria. You have to go to somewhere to change it to Naira before you can spend it. But here, we will teach you how this thing is done electronically. Your location does not matter. And this market opens 5 days in a week. I know people know more about New York Stock Exchange, which is the biggest stock exchange in the world. And it trades 200 billion per day. But that stock exchange is infinitesimal when it comes to the forex market that trade $5.3 trillion per day and $220 billion per hour. So when the people come, we teach them how to do this and make it another source of income rather than depending on only one source of income. The Bible puts it that God gives us the power to make wealth in Deuteronomy 8:18. And Francis Bacon made no mistake when he said that knowledge is power. So when we put this together, it means you need knowledge to make money and not muscle. So we are asking the people to come so that we teach them how to trade in this big forex market. Even if you come and you make money there every day, the market does not even know that you come because it's a huge market. As I said, it trades $5.3 trillion per day.
All right, amazing. So people who are interested in all these training platforms that you have, how can they attend this seminar?
Yes, the seminar is going to be holding tomorrow by 11 a.m. So if you just need to secure your seat, you can call us through this line or you can text your name through this number 090-777-23262. I take it again, 090-777-23262. Our office is located at E.J. Harris Complex, beside UD Filling Station, East West Road, Nkbolu, Port Harcourt.
All right, so what do they need to pay? Do they need to pay anything to access this?
Yeah, that's a wonderful aspect of the business seminar. The business seminar is free, and it is an opportunity for everybody. This is not something that is for a particular set of individuals. Whether you're a businessman, if you are working, you need to be getting passive source of income. This is something that you don't need to put all your time. You can just create it, and everything is automated. Like we said, to start a business, we train you on the 3 different processes. One of the processes is just to start by initiating it, and the other processes are automated. So you don't need to be there and be creating different passive source of income.
All right, so tell us the numbers again they need to reach out with.
Yeah, for you to just text us your name. Text us your name to 090-777-23262. 090-777-23262. That is how you secure a seat.
All right, then thank you very much. Anything else you want to share quickly?
Yes, I want them to come, learn, and earn.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Coming up shortly, we have Sports Attack.
It's Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
What a devastating strike!
Football is a leisure game.
Sports is actually my job.
Football is boring.
That's not true. It's way more important than that.
What a wonderful goal! Fantastic strike!
As far as I'm concerned, sports is all about passion.
Sports Attack, weekdays 7:30 a.m. and Today's Sports Live 3 p.m. Weekends 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
For all you need to know in the world of sports, leave the dial on Today 95.1 FM.
For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Sports Attack on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. My name is Adekuri Odwanya, Nigerian first ever world silver medalist in wrestling.
Very good morning to you all out there. Welcome to yet another exciting edition of Sports Attack on your premium news, talk, and sports radio station. Today, 95.1 FM right here in Port Harcourt. It's Monday, the last day, yes, the 30th day of September 2019. To God be the glory. Mecca denies my name. Of course, Chidubem Njoko, the CJN himself, is here in the building for this one. Chidubem, good morning to you and welcome to Sports Attack.
Good morning, Mecca.
And together we shall be serving you the latest and trending sports stories that made the rounds over the weekend in the ever-exciting world of sports. Do join us. We will be back after this timeout.
Hi everyone, my name is Sept, Commonwealth and African long jump champion. You're listening to Sports Attack on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Don't touch that dial.
All right, it's only fitting we start from athletics this morning and we go straight to Doha in Qatar, venue of the 2019 Athletics World Championships, where Nigeria's Divido Duduru is through to the semi-finals of the 200 meters event at the ongoing World Championships right there in Doha. Now, Duduru, Africa's joint fastest man ever, was initially disqualified for missing the 100 meters event after being confirmed to participate in the event, but his appeal was upheld yesterday by the IAAF and the sprinter was reinstated. British sprinter Dam Jemili finished tops in the race with a season's best time of 20.06 seconds ahead of defending world champion Ramil Guliev, who clocked 20.27 seconds to finish second. The last automatic spot went to Dutch athlete Tamia Bonnet, who ran a time of 20.37 seconds, while Oduduru finished fourth in 20.40 seconds, but went through to the semi-finals as one of the three fastest losers from the heats. Meanwhile, the other Nigerian in the 200 meters event, Emmanuel Arowolo, could not advance into the semi-finals, having finished in a disappointing 7th position in his own heat. Speaking after the race, Divine Oduduru shed more light on the reason for his initial disqualification by the IAAF.
The fault is not from we, the athlete. Before we came for this World Championship, we told the federation that we're going to focus on the 200 meter. And they went ahead to register us for the 100. My coach, when they did the entries, my coach called them and be like, hey, these people's name are the 100. You guys should take it off. They are just focusing on the 200. Nothing was done. We got here, they called and they were like, oh, what event are you doing? We said, I'm doing the 200. They were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go get it off. Nothing was done. Till the last minute, we saw our name on the start list. It was already too late.
Children, if what Divine Oduduru said is anything to go by, if we have to take that to the bank, it means somebody should be sacked at the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. Maybe the technical director, Sanda Deleye.
Definitely, there were talks about the minister recalling him from Doha, but I think in the coming days he should get he should get a kick for this one, because ordinarily these things should not happen. You were told about it. It's not like you didn't know about it. You know about it, but somehow you just were reluctant to do what you were supposed to do. So I think the right thing has to be done, and that should be kicking somebody.
And of course, Divine is through to the semi-finals, albeit as one of the best losers.
Yeah, good one for him. Well, he quite far off when it comes to the time he ran. It's not close to his best, but possibly in the final he comes out with something
the
better.
semis first.
Yeah, semis.
Tonight,
semis.
Yeah.
We hope so.
Finalists tomorrow.
Yeah, he has to. Our eyes are definitely on the final, but I hope he gets it right in the semi-finals and then goes on to the final to do better.
All right, still at the World Championships out there in Doha in the women's 100 meters final, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price ran a time of 10.71 seconds to secure her 4th World Championship title, a decade after winning her maiden crown and coming just 13 months after giving birth to her son. Dina Asha-Smith of the United Kingdom claimed the silver in 10.83 seconds, while Maria Jose Talou of the Ivory Coast added the bronze in 10.90 seconds to the silver medal she grabbed at the 2017 edition. Elsewhere, Team USA smashed the world mixed 4x400 meters relay record for a second successive night to win gold as second leg runner Alison Felix plundered her 12th World Championship title to move one ahead of Usain Bolt as the outright leader in gold medals won in the 36-year history of the now biennial event. Jamaica edged a tight battle for silver, posting a national record of 3 minutes, 11.78 seconds, some 0.04 seconds ahead of Bahrain in bronze. And earlier on Saturday, Christian Coleman stormed to victory in the 100 meters at the World Championships, emphatically struggling off the mixed mixed drug test controversy, which had threatened to derail his career. The 23-year-old American who escaped a doping ban earlier this month on a technicality swept over the finish line in a world-leading personal best time of 9.76 seconds to claim his first major outdoor championship gold medal. It's now time to hear from the champion, Christian Coleman.
To me, I'm just a young black man that try to do everything right, young, living my dream, and to try to put something like that out there to try to smear my reputation. That's pretty disheartening, and then for people to believe it.
All right, defending champion Justin Gatlin took silver in 9.89 seconds at the age of 37, while Canada's Andre Degrasse claimed bronze in 9.90 seconds. I don't know what to make of the performance of perhaps the two world champions in the Blue Ribbon event. Talking about Shelley Fraser Price and, of course, Christian Coleman.
Well, for Shelley Price, is no surprise at all. She's one lady who's used to doing it. In fact, she was asked during the interview if they should start comparing her with Usain Bolt at this point. But you look at the kind of performances both of them have put up from the same country, you must say, and it's brilliant what the Jamaicans are able to do with the sprints over the years. She's not the youngest of women anymore. 32 years, she just gave birth. It's amazing what she can do.
Serena Williams is struggling to do in tennis.
Exactly.
Coming back to win a major title.
All
right. Let's go to boxing on the show this morning. We are WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder will defend his world title against Luis Ortiz in Las Vegas on 23 November. Promoters have announced that the rematch follows Wilder's knockout win over the Cuban in New York in 2018. American Wilder, who is 33 years of age, boasts a career record of 41 wins and 1 draw, and he has held the WBC title since 2015. After beating Ortiz, he drew with Tyson Fury in December before knocking out compatriot Dominic Breazeale in May. Wilder, who has won 40 of his fights by knockout, said returning to Las Vegas to fight feels like a reunion, while also adding that even if he retires from boxing today, his name will be in the Hall of Fame as he has achieved a lot in the sport. Deontay Wilder.
It's going to be a reunition for me, a reconnecting, energy for me, where I won my title and I still has it to this day, and still with the longest title, still the longest reigning champion, So it's just a blessing to be able to see where my career came from and where it is now, knowing that, it wasn't a mistake for me. I was meant to be a champion. I was meant to lead for a reason, and I'm doing a damn good job of it, and I'm going to be a whole active father when I retire. Right now, if I retire today, with the record and the things I've done, with the dramatic knockouts and how I've done it, I'm in the Hall of Fame today, but I still go on because I got a lot of things to fulfill and accomplish in this game before I retire.
Chidibem, do you agree with that, man? Will he be a Hall of Famer if he retires today as things stand? Just one word, yes or no?
No.
He will not be a Hall of Famer.
No.
Okay, we'll wait and see. In Formula One, Lewis Hamilton took advantage of a Ferrari meltdown to win the Russian Grand Prix and tighten his grip on a 6th World Championship. Now, in a calamitous few laps for Ferrari, the Italian team threw away a certain 1-2 finish after Sebastian Vettel broke down and Charles Leclerc dropped from 4th to 3rd. Valtteri Bottas followed teammate Hamilton home at the Sochi Autodrome as Mercedes secured the full quota of points on the day to forget for those dressed in red. Speaking after his victory, Hamilton said he wasn't lucky to have won, but was at the right place and at the right time.
I don't feel lucky today. I don't really I don't really count much on luck. I think you have to put yourself in the right place. You have to be in the right place at the right time. Qualifying second was quite important for today. Keep myself close, that I was able to be close enough to Seb when he pitted and get in the lead, and it's all about being in the right place at the right time, and I think today that was it.
All right, what's the line? Being at the right place at the right time. I think Atiku said that was how he made his money too. I recall being at the right place at the right time. Now looking at the driver's standings, Hamilton still holding on to his top spot right there with 332 points now. And of course, in second place is his teammate Valtteri Bottas of Mercedes as well with 249 points. In third place, we've got Charles Leclerc Ferrari with 215 points. Verstappen of Red Bull has 212 points in fourth place. And Sebastian Vettel of Ferrari has got 194 points in fifth place. Mercedes are the overwhelming leaders in the constructor standings with 571 points, followed by Ferrari with 409 points, and of course Red Bull with 311 points. Chidubem, any surprises from yesterday's race in Sochi? It was going to be a Mercedes, Ferrari 1-2, but all of a sudden, Team Tactics denied them victory ultimately.
Team Tactics and perhaps the stubbornness of one man, Sebastian Vettel. He should have caved in because, of course, it was team instructions that helped him win the last time out.
Exactly.
So I wonder why he was hell bent on doing it his own way this time around. But good one for Lewis Hamilton. Just 5 races to go. You can see it's home and dry for Mercedes.
All right, he was always going to win this one after the very shaky start of Ferrari this season. Let's talk football on the show this morning. We are Enyimba. Yes, I have been eliminated from the CAF Champions League following a 0-1 loss at Al Hilal. And of course, in Omdurman yesterday evening, Mohamed Musa's 48-minute strike became the decisive goal of the qualifying round. Tie after the first leg in about a fortnight ago ended goalless. Usman Abdallah, that's the coach of Enyimba, had to make 2 forced substitutions in either half as Stanley Kurum and Daniel Dakwa of Ghana picked up various degrees of injuries during the encounter. Having been kicked out of the Champions League, the People's Elephant will now shift attention to the CAF Confederation Cup with the draws for the final knockout stage built to hold on October 9. Head coach of Enyimba, Usman Abdallah, speaking after the encounter, expressed satisfaction with his players' performance, stating that they did not go down without a fight.
I will commend the boys because they were very courageous. At least we came out with our heads up. We lost with a stupid mistake of a goal. Somebody was injured and the goal came. And I don't want to start talking about the officiating and look like it's a scapegoat. No, we lost. So all is in the past. Nobody think about that. I have a full confidence that I'm going to come out victorious in this match, which it turned out to be we lost by a narrow margin.
You lost there. Usman Abdallah. I'm disappointed with that result, I tell you. But of course, that's what it is. Football, you win some and lose some. They are still on the continent. They will be playing the CAF Confederation Cup. Let's look at what happened elsewhere in the CAF Champions League over the weekend. Wydad Casablanca of Morocco, former champions, thrashed Nadibu 4-1 to go through 6-1 on aggregate. Primero de Agosto of Angola were beaten at home by Green Eagles. The aggregate tie ended 2-2 there, but of course, Green Eagles will go through. Yes.
Primero de Agosto.
Okay, yeah, away goal. Primero de Agosto will go through on the away goal rule. Hurayo of Guinea pipped the Algeria side. Algerian side, Jess Kabil, who go through on penalties, 5-3 after aggregate stood at 2-2. TP Mazembe, perennial contenders, former champions as well. They beat Foster Juniors by 3-1 to go to by the same margin. Go Mahia of Kenya were beaten at home by USM All Jazz 2-0, and the Algerian team went through 6-1 on aggregate. Etuado Sahel beat Asante Kotoko of Ghana 3-0, and of course they advanced 3-2 on aggregate. Al Hilal, we told you, beat Enyimba by 1-0 to also progress 1-0 on aggregate. Mamelodi Sundowns, the biggest winners, record winners now in the CAF Champions League. They secured an 11-1 victory over Cote d'Or of Seychelles, going through 16-1 on aggregate. Is this still football, I ask?
Well, they say there are no minnows in Africa.
16-1 on aggregate, in the CAF Champions League. Amazing. Let's go to the CAF Confederation Cup where Rangers defeated AS Pelican of Gabon 3-1 at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium yesterday to progress to the final qualifying round of the 2019/20 CAF Confederation Cup. 4-3 on aggregate. Ifeanyi George, Ebujo Nnamdi, and of course Ibrahim Olawin also scored to settle the tie after the AS Pelican side rattled the nerves of the home side by taking an early lead in the 5th minute of the encounter. Speaking after his side's victory, coach of Rangers, Benedict Ugu, the one we love to call Surugede, said conceding an early goal made the job tough, but he was always confident his boys would get the job done at home. Let's hear from him. Surugede.
It was difficult because they scored first. When you are playing a game, opponents score you first. You put our hard work and scored on our side. I know that we win, so equalize them to go ahead winning them.
All right, Chidubem, both Enyimba and Rangers are still on the continent, even though Enyimba have dropped down to the CAF Confederation Cup. What's your take on what happened over the weekend for the two sides?
Well, it was always going to be tough for Enyimba going away to Omdurman to play Sudan in a 65,000 capacity stadium. And of course, that was one of the reasons the coach gave in one of his interviews, the fact that the crowd were too much to handle. But you want to say they came back not with a bashing, as some people would have expected. 1-0, they lost, and they'll have another chance to fight again in the competition where the last time they were there, they went to the semi-final. So who says they can't get to the final this time? Enugu Rangers, it was always going to happen. We expected them to do the job, and they got that done.
Still on the continent, Imama Amapakabo's Super Eagles B-side have fallen out of contention at the 2019 WAFU Cup of Nations currently holding in Senegal after they lost 2-1 to the Sparrowhawks of Togo in their opening game yesterday. Yesterday's encounter marked the second straight defeat for Amapakabo's side to the Hawks of Togo inside a week, following a 4-1 mauling in the first leg of their last qualifying stage for the 2020 African Nations Championship CHAN, and raises serious questions about the future of the coach and his stability for the team. The Hawks of Togo opened the scoring in the first half, but Nigeria drew level through Lobby Stars forward Sikiru Alimi before the Togolese put the game to bed with a second goal. Togo advanced to the quarterfinal, while Nigeria will make do with a classification game against the loser of Ivory Coast and Cape Verde in the newly revamped competition. Another disappointing result there from Imam and his men. We thought they were going to bounce back. It didn't happen yesterday.
Well, for once, it didn't happen. Cat with the 9 lives didn't get to survive this time around. He got to lose and lose again.
All right, let's quickly run to the Premier League right away. All right, we can inform you that Gabriel Jesus, Riyad Mahrez, and Raheem Sterling were all on target as champions. Manchester City won 3-1 at Everton on Saturday to stay 5 points behind Premier League leaders Liverpool. Speaking after the encounter, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola said that after Liverpool's 1-0 win at Sheffield United, the pressure was on his team not to allow Jurgen Klopp's side open up an 8-point lead so early in the campaign. Let's go and hear now from Pep Guardiola.
It was a good game of football, I think so, and of course we knew that the Liverpool won again, so 8 points, the difference was so big. So today we won 3 points, so we are on 5. So in September, but still a lot of points to play.
All right, let's save you results of matches played over the weekend in the Premier League. Sheffield United on Saturday afternoon were beaten at home by Liverpool. A goal to nothing. It ended a hurler from their goalkeeper, I tell you. Bournemouth played at a 2-2 draw with West Ham United. Aston Villa 2, Burnley 2 as well. Chelsea 2-0 winners over Brighton. It was also the same scoreline as Crystal Palace beat Norwich City. Elsewhere, Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 winners over Southampton. Wolves secured a 2-0 victory over Watford, and Everton were beaten 3-1 at home by champions Manchester City. Leicester City were very impressive in their 5-0 win over 10-man Newcastle United, with our own Wilfred and Didi Onyinye amongst the goals right there. And later tonight, what did they call this one? They say Manchester United versus Arsenal.
Super Monday.
Or El Sakiko. They say, well, somebody will be sacked. One manager will be sacked tonight. El Sakiko. We'll wait for that one. Let's go to Spain, where Real Madrid ended the goalless draw at neighbors Atletico Madrid in a tight derby to stay top of La Liga, continuing their recovery after a disappointing start to the season. Karim Benzema came closest to scoring at the Wanda Metropolitano, but Atletico goalkeeper Jan Oblak made a fine save to keep out the French forward's header. And elsewhere, 10-man Barcelona were without the services of Lionel Messi in their 2-0 victory over Getafe to take them to fourth on the La Liga table. And looking at all the results, on Friday night it started with Villarreal hammering Real Betis 5-1. Samuel Chukwueze, that young star, he was on target for the Yellow Submarines right there. On Saturday, Athletic Bilbao were beaten at home by Valencia 1-0. Barcelona beat Getafe 2-0 away from home. Granada 1-0 winners over Leganes. Goalless it ended between Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid in the Madrid derby. And of course, yesterday, Espanyol were beaten at home by Real Valladolid 2-0. 2-0, also the same scoreline as Eibar secured a victory over Celta Vigo. Deportivo Alaves also beat Mallorca by the same margin, 2-0. Levante played at a 1-1 draw with Osasuna, and Sevilla were 3-2 winners over Real Sociedad. And quickly to Italy we go, where Juventus did beat Spal 2-0. Inter Milan secured a 3-1 win away from home against Sampdoria to make it 6 out of 6, right?
Yeah.
Out there in Italy, yes, 6 wins out of 6. Or is it 5 wins out of 5?
6
matches?
out of 6.
All right, and of course, Sassuolo, we are beaten at home by Atalanta 4-1. And Napoli secured a 2-1 win over Brescia, and Lazio we are 4-0 winners over Genoa. Udinese beat Bologna by a goal to nothing. AC Milan lost at home to Fiorentina. 3-1 it ended, and later tonight it will be Parma versus Torino. And finally, in Germany, we'll be giving you all the other results when we come out later in the afternoon. But let's let you know that in Germany, Mainz 05 lost at home to Wolfsburg by a goal to nothing. Bayer Leverkusen secured a 3-0 victory over Augsburg away from home. And Paderborn, yes, they lost 2-3 to Bayern Munich with our own Jamilu Collins on target. He's good. Became his
first ever goal.
Yeah, became a mere consolation in the end. All right, Borussia Dortmund played at a 2-2 draw with Werder Bremen, and the Freiburg did beat Fortuna Düsseldorf by a goal to nothing. Hertha Berlin, 4 new winners away from home against FC Cologne. And that's the size of the package. Many thanks to Chidubem and Joko who put this one together. And Meka Dena is my name. We're back after the news update at 3 p.m. for today's Sports Live, when you can even have the opportunity to talk to us about what transpired over the weekend in Omdurman, in Senegal, where Imama's boys lost again, and of course in the European football scene, lots of actions right there. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful day out there and keep it locked on this dial. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Murakozi. You're still tuned to Today 95.1 FM right here in Port Harcourt. Meka Dena is my name, and of course, got a guest in the building, Ambassador Ejike Chinedu. He is from the Recharge and Get Paid Business Limited. Ambassador, good morning and welcome to Today FM.
Mr. Meka, good day. I feel excited being here. How are you?
Very well. I'm sure you're good too.
I'm very good, yeah, sure.
All right. So, for a first timer, someone who's listening to you for the first time on radio, heard this name, Recharge and Get Paid.
Yeah.
What is it all about? What does it mean? Break it down.
Okay. Recharge and good question, eh? Recharge and Get Paid is a company created, licensed and approved in Nigeria to help average phone users save part of their expenses on airtime and data into income. So Recharge and Get Paid will help you convert your residual expenses on airtime, on data, on cable subscription, on utility bill payments into income. We pay people for using airtime at Recharge and Get Paid. We pay them for using data. We pay people for paying their NEPA bills. We equally pay people for paying for their cable subscription.
That's amazing.
So Recharge and Get Paid helps you to get the additional value which you don't get, because when you buy airtime from the roadside or from any other platform, after getting the airtime value, you should get additional value. That value is what Recharge and Get Paid is giving you. That is why we're here, to educate you on how you can make money whenever you buy airtime and buy data.
Interesting. And I mean, a lot of people want to do business with legitimate outfits,
exactly.
registered outfits, not fraudulent outfits and what have you. Now, one will be tempted to ask, is Recharge and Get Paid registered and approved here in Nigeria?
Okay, good question. Recharge and Get Paid is licensed and approved by relevant bodies in Nigeria. We have our CAC certificate, we have our NCC certificate. It might interest you to know also that Recharge and Get Paid is in partnership with 4 telecommunication giants.
Wow.
MTN, Glo, 9mobile, Airtel. Okay. We are also in partnership with MultiChoice. That is the owner of DSTV, GoTV, StarTimes. So we are licensed and approved in Nigeria, recognized outside the shores of Nigeria. We have our tentacles spread across Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, still counting. So we are licensed and approved in Nigeria and even outside the shores of Nigeria.
So how long have you been in Nigeria? How long have you been doing this business in Nigeria?
Okay, this business officially, today is the 30th day of September, right? Now this business officially is 4 years and 1 month in Nigeria. Recharge and Get Paid was licensed on the 11th day of August August 11, 2015. So today, being 30th...
it's over 4 years already.
4 years and 1 month exactly in existence. And you'll agree with me that a company that has thrived for 4 years is actually built to last.
Okay, you can say that again. Now, can you vouch for this business not being a Ponzi scheme? A lot of people are running away from Ponzi schemes. We saw what MMM did to a lot of people in the country and other Ponzi schemes that didn't last as it were. So, is this recharge and get paid business not one of them?
Okay, until one is educated and equipped with knowledge on what Ponzi scheme is and what genuine platform is, they will always get scared when they see genuine opportunity. I want to define, even though we're not in the academic section, I want to define what Ponzi schemes are. Ponzi schemes are schemes designed to take from Chinedu to give to Emeka. Ponzi schemes neither offers product nor service. Okay? Richard and Get Paid is a company that is licensed and approved, and we are into product services, just like those who like buying airtime from their bank. Okay? When you buy airtime from your bank, you get airtime. Just that same way, Richard and Get Paid is licensed just like banks to market airtime. So on our platform, being a company that is registered and approved, of course, NCC, CAC will never ratify or approve Ponzi schemes. Also, Ponzi schemes, their lifespan doesn't exceed 6 months to 1 year. This company is going toward 5 years now. So this is not a Ponzi scheme. This is a public liability company registered and approved in Nigeria, registered in even other countries. Okay? So that is why on Richard and Get Paid, the product we offer you is the airtime and data. Are you getting it? So as you buy airtime and data on a platform this time, you're making money. That's how it works. So it's not a Ponzi scheme.
I mean, that is clear there right now. And from the way you're talking, it looks like you've been enjoying this company already.
Yeah,
how long have you been doing business with this company?
I joined this business.
What's the experience like?
I joined this business 14th day of January this year, and that was the best thing that happened to me.
Wow.
Because one, I was carried away by my salary. I'm an ex-banker. Okay. I was told that you could get paid for buying airtime. You could get paid for buying data. You could make money on per second basis. And a white man said the taste of the pudding is in the eating. January 14 this year till now, it's been an amazing journey because one, I know what my bank account look like by 1st day of January.
You wouldn't want to disclose what it is right now.
I know what it is now because one, I'm telling this. I tell people when you know how to make money, becoming wealthy is a lot easier. In this present time, we're in a connected economy. Any man who will teach you how to make money should be appreciated more than he that would dash you billions.
I tell you.
You're getting it. So you need the right information.
It's better to teach a man how to fish than to give a man fish.
That's what it is. You need the right information, the right opportunity, the right knowledge to succeed this time. Not connection, not your uncle's connection in the government, in the presidency. With the right information, the right opportunity, and the right knowledge, you will succeed. That is what we are bringing to you at Richard and Get Paid. We want to give you the right information, make you understand that the phone you have can be an asset, it can be a liability. We want to make you understand that anytime you buy airtime, you deserve additional value. That value is what we're bringing to your doorstep.
Amazing. Amazing. Ambassador Chinedu.
Yeah.
Do you have any program coming up where you can teach people how to even be part of this business?
We're having an Independence Day financial seminar.
Wow, that's tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Yes. Come and learn how to be financially independent. It's either you watch people make money or you join them and make money. Okay? If you've been broke, if you have been broke since January till September, this is the last day of September. Tomorrow, we want to help you to start on a very fresh slate. Tomorrow is 1st of October. Join us tomorrow. You can still end this year well. The remaining 3 months in this year, you are just one decision away from a breakthrough. You're just one information away from a breakthrough. That is why we're having this seminar tomorrow, 1st day of October 2019. And tomorrow is public holiday. Why don't you give us 1 hour, 30 minutes of your time? And the venue for this seminar is at Emerald Hotel. Emerald Hotel, Rumola. Yes. The time is 11 a.m. first section. Then the second section is 2 p.m. All we're asking is this: give us 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let's help you to know that indeed, when people buy airtime, you can make money from them. When you buy airtime, you can make money from them. Okay? The phone you have can be an asset, it can be a liability. But if you ask me, to whom phone is given, making money is expected.
Amazing stuff right there. All right, you heard it from Ambassador Chinedu. The seminar will be coming up tomorrow. Independence Day business financial freedom seminar.
Exactly, yes.
Amazing. 2 sections, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m.
yes.
at Emerald Hotel. Tomorrow, you can't afford to miss that one. All right. But how important is this seminar? Why is it so important that you're talking about it in this manner?
Okay, that's what I said earlier. I said we're in a connected economy. We're in a knowledge-based economy. Knowledge-based economy in the sense that we have moved from certificate to certificate. When you know better,
that's in English.
When you know better, you will earn better. All you need now to succeed, all you need to enjoy life, go for the right information, seize the right opportunity, seize the right knowledge. That is why we are bringing this seminar tomorrow. Okay, knowledge is useless until it is applied. If Mr. A built his house on a gold mine, he doesn't know that where he's living is a good mine. He's living on top riches, ignorantly, and he's suffering. The day he discovered that he's on a gold mine, his prosperity begins.
No doubt about that.
That is why this seminar is all about tomorrow. We want to show phone users, we want to show airtime consumers. If you consume airtime just like you consume oxygen, this seminar is the must attend. Come tomorrow at Emerald Hotel by 11 a.m. first section and by 2 p.m. Let's help you convert your expenses on airtime and data into income. Let's help you convert your phone into a money-making device.
All right, who is eligible to be part of this seminar tomorrow?
Everybody that is not tired of making money. Some persons will say...
And has a mobile phone, maybe.
Exactly. Some person will say, if only I know what Dangote is doing. Now, come and see what we are doing, and we are succeeding. Now, everybody that buys airtime, you're a student, you're a retiree, you're working class, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a politician. Anybody, you're a housewife, you're a house husband. In as much as you buy airtime, you have a phone. Attend this seminar tomorrow.
Any fee?
We have made it easier for people now. We have waived seminar fee. Now come and get the knowledge. In Ghana,
so it's free of charge tomorrow.
In Ghana, they pay for the seminar. They still pay to join Richard and get paid business. Now, I want to simplify it for Nigerians. We have taken off the seminar fee. Now, we're interested in you coming tomorrow. Come and learn how this business works. And after the seminar, of course, we'll be willing. And we'll not tell you how you can join. Of course, the capital is just minimal capital. But most importantly, come and get the information and know how this business works. And join.
Key question. It's all about money, right?
Exactly.
Now, what is the economic importance of this seminar to phone users?
To phone users, good. Not just phone users, to everybody. 97% of Nigerians are active income earners, meaning that they're either working for somebody or they're working for themselves. Now, through this seminar, we show Nigerians, we educate them, we make them see the beauty of having a passive income business. Through this seminar tomorrow, we connect them to a passive income business, and a business that will enable them to be making money even when they're sleeping. And passive income is that income you make when you're sleeping, when you're on a sick bed, when you're resting. That is what this seminar is all about. Through tomorrow's seminar, you'll learn how to make passive income from the telecom sector through the airtime and data those around you buy.
All right. So let's now go to this one. How will people, any numbers for them to call to be part of the program?
Yeah, anybody who is
tomorrow?
Interested to attend the seminar tomorrow can just call these numbers.
All right.
Just send yes. Send yes to the phone numbers. You don't need to call. These phone numbers, just send yes to them.
All right. There are 4 of them here. We have this one, 0803 606 1089. That's 0803 606 1089. The other one is 0803 823 1869. That's 0803 823 1869. And you can also reach them on 080 33 16 7678. That's 080 33 16 7678. 0803 632 7748. That's the last number. They are 0803 632 7748. Just send yes to this number.
Just
and
send
be part
yes.
of the program
Exactly.
tomorrow.
Once again, the seminar is at Emerald Hotel, Romola Junction.
2 sections.
The time is 11 a.m. first section, and the second section is 2 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, you just need the right. You are just one decision, one information away from a financial breakthrough. Join us tomorrow. Let's help you to help yourself.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Chinedu, for coming around.
Thank you.
All right. And of course, that will be it. The morning quest continues. Annie will be here in a jiffy. Still today, 95.1 FM. Don't go anywhere. The show continues.